Well, thank you very much. And let me say how delighted I am to be having this hearing. This is an issue that I have been deeply engaged on for the last 10 years. When I was serving in the California State Legislature, I helped lead an effort to enable the state of California to go on full-time daylight savings time should Congress act to amend the Universal Time Act to give states that option. And then later, California passed Prop 7 in 2018, which empowers the legislature to make that change. Unfortunately, Congress has not enabled that choice for states, and the bill that we are hearing today would allow states that option. And I think that it's very telling that when the most populous state in the nation is voting to enable a switch onto full-time daylight savings time, that Congress should take note of that. And there are many states that would follow that example. The evidence is overwhelming and compelling that it's not good for us to be changing back and forth twice a year. I mean, it's not good for our health. It's not good for our sleep cycles. It's not good for our productivity. It's not good for traffic accidents. I mean, I think everyone should be able to acknowledge that this is a practice that needs to stop. And I mean, if you want evidence for why we got into this situation in the first place, look at the origins of daylight savings time, which was born out of a necessity to conserve energy when lighting was the predominant consumer of energy. And now we're in an era with LED lighting where lighting is no longer the predominant consumer. I mean, I think this is an idea whose time has come. We need to stop switching back and forth. So the compelling question that confronts us today is which to choose. Do we choose permanent daylight savings time, or do we choose permanent standard time? And there are proponents on both sides of that issue. And this is the one thing that's prevented us from doing what everybody wants to do, which is to stop switching. So to me, this is the crux of the argument. So Mr. Caron, I've found your testimony very compelling. One would think, looking at a golf course operator, for example, that you'd be agnostic as to whether or not you had time in the morning or time in the evening. I mean, the problem that we have is as the days grow shorter, we don't have the option of having sunlight in both the morning and the evening. We have to pick one or the other. You would think that a golfer could choose to golf early or choose to golf late and it wouldn't matter. And yet your testimony is that overwhelmingly economic activity is enhanced by adopting full-time daylight savings time, which puts the daylight in the afternoon. Can you like opine as to why that might be?
I really think, except for Saturday and Sunday mornings where people love to grab the first tee times of the day, you look at the rest of the week and the availability of Americans to play, especially working Americans, they just simply prefer the afternoon. There's a 40% premium that is, or 40% more revenue that is drawn off the afternoon hours simply because that's where the demand is. So if that's where the demand is and we can open up a little bit more inventory when they are available to play, it's an exponential effect. So yeah, I think, again, what I said is it's trading 6 p.m. for 6 a.m. And Americans at work are not going to make 6 a.m. tee times Monday through Friday. But they will make 3 p.m. tee times to play 9 holes if they can get it in, right? And so the economic opportunity is tens of millions of dollars. And we only measured public golf courses and their green fees. We didn't even touch private clubs and the economic impact there. Cart fee, merchandise, food and beverage, it's into the tens of millions of dollars in opportunity. And that's great for the economy. But it also gets people outside recreating together. The social and mental health benefits of golf are well documented. I think there's nothing better to build relationships when you're on a golf course with someone for 2, 3, 4 hours. So there are health benefits and economic benefits. And what I haven't heard is the economic benefits of standard time. There may be some health arguments, but I haven't heard any economic arguments. I think more sunlight in the afternoon has health and economic.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that we should give states the option. You know, we right now give states the option to either switch back and forth or to adopt permanent standard time, and very few states have chosen not to switch back and forth, despite the overwhelming evidence. And you know, this bill would just enable states to make that choice to adopt full-time permanent daylight savings time. And I think that you will see the wholesale adoption of that if we give states that option. So I would urge this committee to move this bill forward, to have a markup on it, and let's have this conversation. I yield back.